fix it. You can't fix it. God can. She couldn't hide her baby child anymore. She couldn't do it. She knew if I hold on to this baby any longer, they're going to find him and they're going to drown him. The hardest thing I've ever done in my life was putting my son in the hands of God. When he was sick, he wasn't getting any better. Me and my wife, we tried everything. We stopped eating sugar in our house. We read everything that you could possibly read on what feeds cancer and what cures cancer. Because the doctor said there's nothing we can do on our side. So then we're sitting here going, okay, God, we're going to try every food thing out there. I mean, you know those nasty green hedge apples that fall out of those hedge trees? Oh, we read somewhere that you can eat those and it kills cancer. You know what we did? We froze that sucker and we shaved it and put it in his yogurt. It was terrible. I tried it once. It was terrible. We just like, okay, we're going to try anything and everything, whatever it takes. We're going to figure this out. That's a parent. And when it wasn't working, and it got so heavy and it got so hard, the hardest thing we had to do is say, okay, God, he's yours. And you know, when you put things in the hands of God, it doesn't always come out the way that you want it to. My son passed away at the age of 14. That's not what I wanted. But I want you to understand is that God did not let me down. God did not let Malachi down. You see, when I think of as a parent, the one thing I want to do is make sure that all my kids get to heaven. If that's all I accomplish in my life, thank you. Because I don't want to be there without them. And so, my son loved the Lord. So God didn't let me down. A lot of times when you put things, you can put your marriage in the hands of God and still get a divorce. You can put your children in the hands of God and they still run off. God, he sees the whole, he sees everything, forwards and backwards, and I just see this little time and place, and I can't see tomorrow. I can only see the right here, the right now, and I just have a choice of whether I'm going to obey God or not. I have this choice right now: is do I trust God or do I not? Do I trust him? Am I willing to put whatever you're holding on to that's gotten too heavy for you? See, I imagine that there's some of us sitting in this room that's got some things in our life that's too heavy for us. Am I right? Some things that you can't fix now. That's beyond fixable. Right? The thing that was once this amazing blessing is now feels like a curse. It feels like this heavy burden that you don't even want to carry. And what I'm wanting you guys to understand is that the only way to survive Pharaoh, and so many people don't survive Pharaoh. They might survive Jezebel, they may survive Goliath, but when we get to Pharaoh, something in the American mindset is, I'm not letting go. You'll have to pry this from my dead, lifeless fingers. I mean, right? I mean, it's like, we've got this pride ego thing in our life. If I can't fix it, then no one can. If I can't, it's never going to be. I mean, we have such an ego, don't we? Man, I can't fix nothing. Every time I try to fix something, it just breaks. Anybody witnessing with that? Moses' mother was not throwing him away. If she was throwing him away, she wouldn't have put him in a basket. She wouldn't have sealed it with pitch and tar, and she wouldn't have sent her little girl to walk down the Nile to watch over her little brother. She realized that she couldn't do this any longer and she had to give him a chance. God, I don't know what's going to happen, but I can't do this anymore, so I'm putting it right here. And God, you're going to have to decide. But I am not letting somebody throw him in the Nile.